So here's another breathwork tutorial. We're going to look at controlling nicely our in-breath and our out-breath and how we enter more completely into the breath-holding experience. Okay, so first of all, let's just set ourselves up in a nice posture. It's always good to do these breathing exercises with a very nicely straight spine. So lean forward into your posture, open up the back, rock yourself left to right, open up the back of your waist, breathe out. If you're feeling stiff when you start your practice, give yourself a little moment to ease in. Open up the back of your legs. Reach forward, open up the back of your shoulders, come onto your fingertips, drop your armpits. And as you come back, start to tune into stillness. It's so important that you make your connection to awareness, that you tune into presence. You don't just blindly go into your practice all smothered with your mind. Still yourself before you begin. Reach up, lift your waist, breathe out. So you flushed out all the stale chi from your nerves. You've opened up your body a little so you can really settle into your posture. Come down onto your sit bones, don't collapse your waist, hang your shoulders. Check into your breath, check you are breathing nice and freely. All right, so our first exercise today is to look at extending in 4 parts, or breaking our in and out breath into 4 sections. Lower belly, upper belly, lower chest, upper chest. So we're going to breathe and stop at each stage like this. Breathe in, 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 in. Breathe out. So try this with me. So each time I'm saying in, you're breathing into your lower belly, breathing in to the upper belly, breathing into the lower ribs, breathing into the upper chest. Okay, ready? With me, breathe in, 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 in. Drop your shoulders, relax, breathe out. So first, let's practice a few rounds of just breathing in 4 stages, holding just for a few seconds, decompressing in the hold, and breathing out. In, 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 in. Hold. Breathe out from the throat. In, 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 in. Hold. Breathe out. So let your out breath be a real release, a wah, as you flush through the nerves. Breathe in, 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 in. Hold. Release. So it might help you to actually use the hand gestures that I'm using to just help you to focus on the area of the body. So we're just opening our hands in the lower belly. Breathe in, 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 hold. Use the gesture that I'm using. Release. In, 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 hold, release. In, 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 hold, release. One more. In, 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 hold, release. All right, breathe in. So this exercise we can do to gradually stretch out the lungs, to gradually, day by day, increase the elasticity of our intercostal muscles. So we are practicing breathing in stages as far as we can into each part of our body. So you can do that 5 or 10 rounds and just explore how full you can breathe. And then make sure that before you breathe, you don't suddenly breathe out, that you can relax into that moment of rest and create even just some decompression. So if you're completely full, like this, you're going to have pressure in your chest and heart. If you relax inwards, so you push down the diaphragm slightly so your shoulders can relax, you let the pressure off the heart and chest. So if there's pressure, it's in your belly. You're not pulling your belly in, you're not pulling up your bandha, you're just dropping your diaphragm slightly. Just hold that just for a few seconds and then release. All right, we'll do that a few more times and then we'll look at doing the same thing in stages on the out breath. So together, in, 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 hold, and release. In, 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 hold, release. Notice we're breathing out through the mouth at this point, just to freely release any charge, because we're opening up the lungs, and maybe we're opening parts of the lungs up for the first time, releasing tension in some of the nerves, some of the muscles, some of the fascia is releasing. So always make sure your out breath is a complete letting go. In, 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 pause. Drop your diaphragm, gather your energy in dantian. Release. In, 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 pause, Dantien. Stillness. Release. In. 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 Pause. Release. One more. In. 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 Pause. Release. Now the key here on the pause, notice if there's any lifting of your collarbones in the last part of the in-breath or lifting of your shoulders, is you drop your shoulders, drop your collarbones, hang your elbows, so that you're just allowing all of the upper part of your body to relax, even though you've got full breath. You want to relax into it so you can drop your diaphragm. All right, now let's have a look at the same thing, breaking our out breath into 4 sections. So however we breathe in, out, 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 out. Okay, so we take a continuous in-breath, fill ourselves up, out, upper chest, out, lower chest, out, upper belly, out, lower belly, hold. In, hold, out, 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 hold. In, 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 out, 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 out. Breathe in. In, out. In, out. In, out. All right. Again, working, breaking down the out breath into 4 sections. Breathing in, hold, out, 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 pause, in, hold, out, 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 hold, in, hold, out, 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 pause, in, pause, out, 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 pause. All right, breathe in, 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 all right, so try this exercise, introduce it to your square breathing practice, looking at breaking down your in-breath into 4 sections. So it's a clearly defined in, stop, in, stop, in, stop, in, stop, pause. Decompressing your chest by dropping the diaphragm. So this part of your belly slightly firms up. As your diaphragm drops, you create space in your chest. We're not pulling in the pubic bone. We're not pulling up the banda. We're not sucking in the belly. We're not locking the chest. All we're doing is just dropping the diaphragm to create a little push down into dantian and create a little more space in the chest. That's the way we enter into our full pause. In, decompress the chest, drop the diaphragm, upper belly slightly firm but not tense. Recognize the difference between firmed and slightly engaged and tensed. Very different. That's the attitude we have, just to allow this upper part of the chest to open up again, even though we've taken a very full breath. Now, we do have to learn in time to hold our breath with really full and expanded chest, even with some pressure in the heart area. But that is a more advanced practice, and we need to work up to that, holding the, when I say pressure, it is pressure because your lungs are extremely full, and the out push from your lungs into the organs and muscles of your chest is noticeable. But there's still a sort of emptiness that we learn to enter into, even in that very full state. But we don't want to go, we don't want to run before we can walk. We work up to that. So the next stage of practice is to learn to breathe in fully in 4 stages, drop the diaphragm for a brief pause, find your still point, and then breathe out. And then the out breath, if you're practicing 4 stages of out breath, is out, stop, out, stop, out, stop, out, stop. And when you're doing that, you would breathe in 1, out, out. Each time you're breathing out, you're decompressing slightly, out, out. Resting in the empty pause. So practice this exercise for the next few days. Explore it. You know, it's about learning for yourself. It's very hard for me to show you what's going on deeply within my body when I'm doing these practices. You have to do it. So do it while I'm giving you instruction. Look through the video a few times and then sit quietly and integrate these steps. 4 stages in and 4 stages of out breath into your square breathing, paving the way for gradually extending, slowing down our in breath, slowing down and deepening our out breath. And at this stage, not worrying about the pause. So if you're now extending your in breath and it's longer, significantly longer than it was before, don't need to make your pause equal to that. Just enough time to enter into stillness, enjoy it, and then you let go. The focus of this stage of the practice is to extend in 4 stages, each part of the in-breath and each part of the out-breath. All right, lovely practice. I really love that. And I always find that it's always discovering new parts of the body that are ready to open up, or some parts that got stuck in the day that I hadn't noticed. When we really break our breath into 4 stages like this, we're really learning intimately all of the structure of our chest, all the mechanism of our breathing apparatus, all the charges and tension we hold, the way our nerves are organized. Deep practice. So enjoy it, explore it in your own time. And then we'll carry on from there. All right, thank you. Enjoy.